Hello and happy Friday. Cocktails and cards tonight. And to be really honest, I am having a lemonade because it's been a hot day today actually. And I think I thought maybe yesterday was Friday, so I had my margarita yesterday. So today is this day. Hello, Miss Vicky. Welcome back. This is take two. And I thought I would say hello to everybody again face to face. I have a cool idea to do with the rainbows. I'm Lori LaRose, and I have actor stamping here on Facebook. I have ice cube in my mouth now. So this week over on Creativity for Everyone, which is our nice little group of lovely card makers, there is a prompt each week put on by Keisha. Thanks to Keisha for doing them. Different weeks would create in your mind ideas different than other weeks. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like coffee, tea for me, obviously. This week was rainbows, and I thought, well, I could do a rainbow, but that's kind of obvious. So last night I did a rainbow idea, and I did it in the pot of gold, which I have to say, I really like him, but he's awfully pale, and I don't know if he would be as pale if he was on something else or not, but the gold, he almost probably should be bronze or black. He's just, I love the idea I had of a pot of rainbow little darling donkey. But okay, so I have a new card idea for tonight, and the idea of rainbows is with this paper. This is a long ago paper. If you're looking at the stripes and being like, which one is that, Lori? This might be a little bit more of a clue. And then I'm laughing because, look, I'm so prepped. This is going to take like no time at all, you guys. The idea of this card is actually to have fairly simple background and then to create a little bit of a focal point, which that of course is where I would be like, well, I need to figure out something fast. So I did have an idea because of clouds and rainbow. I don't have a rainbow embossing folder anymore. There was one with Stampin' Up! Years ago, and one of my girlfriends hadn't gotten it when she could have, when it was live, and I did give her mine. So this is the only cloud one I have. And I wasn't sure. These guys are going to get layered on here anyways, and I'm not even sure if it'd just be kind of weird and busy. I wondered if having clouds in the background would add anything. And definitely the middle part hides the boat, so that's not a problem. But I actually don't think I need to bother running it through. I don't think it's going to add. In fact, I think people will probably be like, what is going on in the back there? That's weird. So I'm just going to ignore the embossing folder for now. So I do have a bit of an idea tonight of what I'm doing, but often you will see on my lives the creative process, the meanderings of how to make something go and how to create, how to move with things if things don't go quite the way you thought they were going to, how to go ahead from there. One thing that I could do as well is we all love the Basics Borders has a cloud. And I've cut it out over the years and done little background clouds. And so I could almost do a background cloud, you know what I'm trying to say, a background cloud idea on that too. But I just think it's going to be pretty crowded. So I'm going to have a piece of freesia in behind here. And these three pieces are 3 3/4. So this is a full on, it's not very much of a border. So I went with a colorful background, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. And then I just put it on a white card base. These guys are 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. And then 2 of them are 1 1/4. Okay. And so then that'll be on there. And then you can do this. You could do this with the backs and fronts. You know how you could have one strip and cut out, this could be the front side, and then the back side of this one though, oh, you know what, I could have done the back side of this one. The back side of this one wasn't what I wanted. In reality, the back side of this might have been nice because I'm going to lose my heart, basically, once I start decorating this, probably. I lost my heart. I was actually just, one of my lives from, I think, June 12th. Is getting deleted this week, they say. And I'm laughing because I was singing. I always like, well, is this one worth putting over onto the Facebook page or this YouTube channel? And I was laughing because it really wasn't. And I'm singing away in it. and is really bad singing. So I was like, oh dear. All right, I'm just over here trying to find or see if, ooh, this is pretty ribbon, but it's not going to work for that, but that's pretty ribbon. I have a big box of bows here, and I've been actually kind of trying to wheedle it down. I feel like I need the fresh freesia. And I have a fresh, oh, I do have a fresh freesia bow. I was going to say, I have a fresh freesia bow in here, but it also has the whole thing. Hello, Miss Marsky. How are you doing? I'm thinking Calgary is hot and fun. Last week of Stampede, how fast it went this year, hey? It seems like to me. I don't know why I feel like it went really fast, but it does. If you can avoid the downtown a little bit, it goes a little faster, doesn't it? All right, so I am going to bring in that bow eventually. This would be a perfect time, actually, maybe, to have this little guy. This might almost, oh no, it's the other way. So see, I have this guy, but he's a this way guy, which, you know, in a one way, I almost could do that, but you'll want probably a strip to connect this. I have to sneeze. Hold on, guys. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. And I do think I do need to have some sort of connecting element on this. So, let me find something here. Hang on one second. Yesterday I talked about my tickle trunk over here. And I'm not sure if anybody responded with where we knew the tickle trunk from. So I'm wondering if, so I am very sad because my element is going to cover up the best part of this. That being said, I might be able to show you guys how you can do something. Save that, because it's absolutely right in the middle. So I could do something like this, but actually I kind of like this when I just put this on here. So I am going to be a little sneaky pants and see if I can't do this. I have another piece of this paper. Oh, you know what? That's what I'll probably do. So if this was the very last piece of paper you had, I actually think that we could come in here and I'd be able to cut that out and I'll bring it up to the top. That being said, I have more of this paper, so I'm going to just come over here and grab another piece. Hold on one second, see if this is 2 1/4. It is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. So 2 1/4. Just need to trim off a smidgen of it. Okay. So I'm going to pull this guy out, and I'll have this guy in here. And then when I put this guy in here, I'm going to cut this guy out actually and have him on here. So now I'm just making up stuff. So did you go down to the grounds at all? I often wonder how many of, as we get older and older, do we go less and less down? I used to go to the grounds with the kids. They loved it, of course. And then I know that there's all sorts of stuff at the Roundup Center. And what's that other, like the BMO World or whatever. So I know there's more to do than just, I actually really like, and I think I've said this before on one of my lives from the past years, we actually like going to the, it is, I think, the Roundup Center or whatever, the marketplace, like, and we've bought beanbag chairs and leather. So I usually like to have a little bit of trim around my thing, but in this case, there's weird stuff going on, so I don't want that this time. So I've cut fairly close. I like that idea. We'll still have one of these guys. This can actually go there. And then I need some words. Up, up and away in my beautiful. This guy needs to be grounded, so he's going to have to be there, I think. Hang on. Put that there. It's going to come over here. You guys are like, for goodness sakes, Lord, just glue that sucker down. I'm going to. unbelievably, I'm going to glue these background down. So it is cocktails and cards tonight. If you need to go and grab a drink, or if you're like me and incredibly hot, I just felt like I had too much on there, if you're wondering what I'm doing there. Now, is it important to have these stripes going the same way? Probably. Jeez. I'm trying to get this to be equal at the top and the bottom. Let's see if I got this right. I think so. Okay. And then this will have to go, I think, like that. Oh, yeah, yeah. So probably putting the middle one down wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, and then this guy. I'm glad I didn't do the first one. I could even just put this one in here. So again, rainbow idea. I'm going outside the box of rainbowing for you guys to see that when you get a prompt, it doesn't need to be literal at all. It can be whatever comes to your mind. It could be, you could even do, if you like to make a coffee card or need to make a coffee card, you could be like, I like to drink coffee inside on rainy days and watch for the rainbow to come out later. I don't know. Like, you can make up whatever you want. It's your cards. Okay, so now, that guy will be there. This guy will be up here, underneath there. And then some little words here. Does that seem like that'll be kind of cute? I like this guy over on this side, but I feel like he's getting lost. Am I right? He's getting a little lost? I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, now some words. Sorry. I'm reading a couple words as I'm going along here and being like, oh, label me grateful. So grateful. Kindness makes a big difference. You're the best. I have airplane ones. I have a couple balloon cards or sets that actually might have like you're uplifting or something to that effect. May all your wishes come true. That seems like a balloony kind of a thing. I don't know why. Happy birthday. Even just a happy birthday might be nice. This is a really nice font, actually. I'm just going to do that. What a pretty font that one is. This is Unbounded Love if you're looking. I think I was back and forth on this a little tiny bit when I very first did get it. And I think, honestly, I can't remember. It's a Millionaire set from Stampin' Up! And I actually kind of feel like that was the deciding idea for me. Was I probably liked, that's probably one of the Millionaire girls that I actually liked, sort of. I don't mean that I sort of liked her. I mean that I kind of knew her probably from going to leadership conventions with them all the time. All right, I just had my Freesia. Somebody reminded me of the days when we used to have a drinking game for every time I lost something that I just had. Oh, here it is right here. No, it's not. That's Boba. I literally just had my Freesia stamp pad, and I very purposely, can you hear me running over a piece of paper? Oh, here it is. I kept it out because I knew I was using a Freesia background. And I thought I'll probably use Freesia words because it'll be grand. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way because I think it'll get in the way. And we're going to put happy birthday right like this because I think it looks fantastic. I love this happy birthday font. Ta-da! Nice. And then put this little guy on with a blue dot. And I'll pop that guy up. And I probably will just glue that guy flat down. And we'll be set. You guys can get back to your Friday night partying. How fun will that be, hey? Superlative. Oh, I like that. Ta-da! Okay, so rainbow cards for this week. The two of them are there. This one still has to get some gluing down. But hey, good looking. Happy birthday. Rainbow Card Delight. If you are making a rainbow card idea this week, honestly, you can do a rainbow card anytime you want, and you can go over and post it on the Creativity for Everyone site and just say, hey. And if you love little challenges and you're interested, we are having a summer camp for adults. So if you're thinking, hey, I would like to hang out with her, send me a message and I'll give you some more particulars. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Super fun, super fast. And again, 2 1/4, 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. And that is the recipe for that little card right there. All right. Talk to you later. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.